G'day. Just sort of bring out to one of the lookouts up here in the Watagans. It's quite a pretty place. It's a nice panoramic view. It's you know, I mean, it's nothing but the bush. There's two. There's another one just down the road. It's called Monkey Face, but I wasn't going to get involved with any monkeys. So you can't camp here. You can't have fires here, although people seem to do want to have fires here. We're going to go down to the dam next. We're going to have a look around. Then we're going to do the review on the Triton, and then you guessed it, 12 o'clock somewhere, we're going to have a beer. Back to you then. That fucking thing taped. Okay, so boarding house dam, it's not a camping area. We need to get that right, even though I do see signs where people have been having fires and camps and stuff like that. This is just purely a picnic area, if that's what you'd want to call it. There's quite a few picnic tables. There's a dump toilet there. Dam's behind me. Would I say it's a place I'd like to come, or would I come back? No, I wouldn't. If I was a serial killer trying to hide a body, most probably, but everything's overgrown. You know, doesn't look like there's a great deal of sunlight that gets in here, and if you wanted to swim in the water, I'm pretty sure something's going to drag you away. But we'll go down, we'll have a look, make your own decision. Up to you. So this is Watering Dam. Quite a pretty place. There's walkways going everywhere. God knows where they go to, because I'm not going up them. But you know, well, you could spend a whole day out here exploring, seeing where it goes to. Nowhere to swim unless you want to swim in that. But that's up to you. Everybody else's choice. You know, everything's very overgrown here. Bit of a climb down to the dam, but you know, I'm still young enough to be able to do it, so you know, I can't see why anybody else wouldn't be able to. It's you know, I gotta remember, it's the only state forest. So there's another shot of the dam. The problem is, the water doesn't look all that clean. Not that I would be swimming in that, even if I was dying of thirst. More vegetation. I mean, this has got to be prime Bigfoot area. If I start hearing whoop whoop, bits of trees being knocked on, forget the videoing, I'm out of here. So basically that's what the dam is, and this back into the picnic area. A lot of standing water. Okay, so I've just pulled up in a spot. I had to leave the dam. There was too many people that were getting down there, and you know, it was just too noisy. Kids running around everywhere. Sure, they were going down to play with the snakes or something like that. So I'll just find myself a nice quiet spot where we can go over the Triton, and I can give you my views as to why I didn't buy myself a Toyota or a Nissan or a Troopy. I mean, I know that's a Toyota, but they seem to think it's something different. Or a Ford. I mean, a Ford's a good car, but, you know, hey, let's get into it. The reason why I bought a Triton was because, you know, it's an affordable car. Goes where you need it to go. Has a decent sized motor in it too. This is a 3.2 diesel turbo, and it really has some power. So it will do basically what everyone else's will. Maybe not as fast, maybe not as comfortable, but it's what you can afford. You know, I got this car cheap, and I built it up basically. Rebuilt the gearbox, put a new clutch in it, put the tyres on it, put second-hand struts in, second-hand um, drive shafts. And the reason why I went second-hand is because just because it's old doesn't mean it's useless. They still have a lot of life in them, and that's why I buy a lot of stuff second-hand. And that's why, you know, I would advertise, if you're a young bloke and you want to get into it and you've got a family, hey, you can get into it, and it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg to do it. Some people out there, they like everything brand new. Okay, go do it. Fine by me. Anyway, 3.2 diesel. I'm putting a catch can in it most probably on the weekend, because the diesels, they do get a little bit smoky. But brilliant motor, hasn't let me down. Put a nice safari snorkel on it. First time I went through the water and absolutely panicked. So I thought, I'm not doing that again, so I put the old snorkel on. Okay, now you've heard me mention I buy second-hand tyres. Right, now I'm not talking about I buy old worn-out second-hand tyres. I buy tyres from Budget tyres up on the Central Coast. 80% tread on them. Right, this is a 265/65 by 17 all-terrain tyre. And I usually get them with about 80% tread. And you look at this. This has been on for 2 years. You know, and I use this car every day. So what's in the wheelhouse? Everything you can think of. It's got Bluetooth, air conditioning. There is a clock in there for compass on it, which is quite good. It gives you your heading to where you're going. I've also got a UHF radio in there, just in case I'm out somewhere and I get stuck or somebody else is calling out for help. Always need one of those. Cruise control, electric mirrors, because this is a GLX LX. So it's one of the, in 2006 it was the top model. It also has a sunroof. But, you know, I mean, comfortability, you'd most certainly want to get your seats redone. I mean, the seats on this one are pretty flat, so I'm going to have them redone sooner or later. But we'll see. What's on the roof, I hear you ask? Set of Pro Rack roof racks. The reason why I put these ones on instead of drilling into the roof is because in the trade, which is where I come from, end up rusting out. So I prefer to have the ones that hook over into the door frame. I had these on for quite a few months, not a problem. Shovel holders. Always got to have a shovel. You never know when you're going to have to dig yourself out, or you might want to go and do something in the bush. Enough about that. Anyway, a couple of D8s to hold my swag on. A lot of people ask me, why did I put my solar panel on the back of my hard lid? Well, one reason is empty space, unusable space. I mean, these hard lids, they're only fiberglass, they can't take a lot of weight. So, you know, one fellow said to me, why don't you put it up on your roof racks? I said, well, what do I do when I'm carrying my swag? I can't charge anything that I've got in the back of my ute. So I thought, well, let's use the dead space of the car for something that can be usable. So that's what I did. So where I got this solar panel from, there's just a big fly there. It was going to bite me and drag me away. One of my mates sold it to me for 50 bucks. Absolutely brilliant. Keeps my fridge going, and I can charge anything I want, and it'll run for 5 days once the battery's fully charged. So Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It was an easy install. I did it myself, so it must be easy because I'm pretty useless with tools and spanners, even though the word spanner's in my name. So what's in the back, you ask? Let's have a look. Okay, so what's in the back? A 20-litre fridge, because that's all I need for myself. And when I go solo camping, I'm only going for myself, so that's great. And I only use the fridge for food. I take another esky for my alcohol, because that usually dries out pretty fast. Other than the fridge, I also have a drawer. Keep all my usables in there. Saves having to rat around. First time I went camping in this, I took just about everything I fucking own, and I used about 5% of it. So I thought, I'm not doing that again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to organise it so everything's just got to put my clothes in, my food, my alcohol, and I'm off. So that's the reason why. So on top of this, you have the top slides out, which I have my burner on if it's raining. If not, I usually carry a barbecue or I do it overnight. But on top of that, you have another little drawer, chop all your stuff up. So that was a second-hand buy for me, which I was pretty happy about. I also carry 8 litres of water, a emergency kit, snake bite kit and all that sort of stuff. On the other side, I carry my chairs. At the back is where my clothes go, and I have that in a zip canvas bag, so that's fine. No dust. Although this doesn't get a great deal of dust in it anyway. I'm pretty happy with that. Now, if you just have a look, this car comes standard with that tow bar. Now that tow bar, and I shouldn't have done it, this tow bar has pulled a 19-foot trailer. But that goes to show you about the size of the motor. The motor's got no give. It will just keep going and going and going. And people seem to think it's like a Toyota. I don't. So as promised, it's got to be 12 o'clock somewhere. Can't go out on a trip and not have a beer. Now, if you like what you've seen, and I know it's not great, right, but it's only going to get better, like and subscribe, leave me a comment. You know, whatever it is, I really don't care. You know, love me or hate me, write me a comment. See you on the track. There's a quick look at a Mitsubishi Triton. Older model, yes. Hey, I'm not saying it isn't, right? I'm not saying that it's the best car in the world, but I'm saying what it is good for me. You know, my wife and I, we go plenty of places with it. Been on plenty of mountains where I would have thought I would have got stuck. It's always got me home. Anyway, well, if you're a young family and, you know, you're paying a mortgage and you want to do it but you feel you can't, buy something cheap, fix it up, make it reliable, and get out there. You might just surprise yourself.